So this assignment is your very first concept document. I'm kind of assuming, since this is a 200 level course, that you've never actually written one before, unless you had me in a different class. But I'm assuming that you've never done this. So what do I need you to do? Well, first of all, you don't write a concept document for just any game. In this course, what we're doing is we are creating games based on the philosophy that you just learned about. So if you go back here to modules, and we look at the thought paper, you can see that you have learned from ideas from Sunny Dooley, from Mogo Ramrose, and from Nikki Sanchez. Okay. And so you've also answered all of these questions. But if you haven't done the thought paper first, you need to go do that, because your concept document is based on your learning from the thought paper. So once you've done all of this work, I'm thinking that there's going to be some concept that kind of jumped out at you, that you really understood what they were talking about. And I want you to really think about those things that you really, 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 really understand. So once you've kind of identified a concept that you know you understand, then I want you to come in here and take a look at writing a concept document. So the first thing you do is you go and get the template. And so you can download it here. I have them posted on my Google Drive. And they're meant to be downloaded, all of the templates that I offer. So what's really important is that you create a core game loop that encodes the meaning and the mechanics and the core loop itself. Okay, so what's a core loop? If you haven't thought about this concept before, a core loop is the main thing that the player does over and over and over again while they're playing. So for like Mega Man, it's run, jump, and shoot. That's all he does. That's what the player does over and over again. So in your game, for this class, it's going to be much more complicated, or much more nuanced, if you will, because you need to encode the meaning based on the philosophy that you just picked to work with from the assignment, from the thought paper assignment, and come up with a core loop that has the meaning of whatever philosophy it is embedded in the actions that the player takes. Okay, should be pretty simple. Core loops shouldn't be very complicated or anything. Please go take a look at these articles and blogs and stuff if you've never heard of the concept of what a core loop is. Okay, but the basic of it is a core loop is what the player does over and over again while they are playing. So really take a look at what's happening in the thought paper and really identify a part of the philosophy that really resonated with you, that you understand completely, that you can create an idea for a game out of it, and then also create the new mechanics. There'll be new mechanics you'll be creating for your core loop. So that's what's really important here, is that you are creating a core loop that carries the meaning of the philosophy from the thought paper assignment. And it's just like the Chopped challenge, you pick as much or as little of the ingredient as you want. In game design, little is better, less is more. Yes, I'm quoting Mies van der Rohe. So, so really narrow it down to something very specific. There are a ton of ideas in the thought paper assignment, so there's a lot to choose from. But choose something simple, something that you understand, and something you can create a core loop that has the mechanics that carry the meaning of that piece of philosophy that you've identified. And that's it. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'm really excited to see your very first concept document.